1 2 mic check 1 2 check the mic. Esoteric voice of Sinoe in the diaspora with that. Esoteric is here live from Newark, Delaware. Esoteric here with you. Live coverage. Let me normally do what I do. Check our sound here. Make sure we are okay with sound. Welcome to the first person. I can see your name, but welcome aboard. Let's see. I don't want to make a big sound here. Welcome to the first person. I can see your name, but welcome aboard. All right, good. We have a wonderful sound there. All right, so we are glad to be here with you. As you get on, please share the link for us. Also, you may subscribe to our YouTube page. On YouTube, it's Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric. We have a lot of fascinating videos out there that you can benefit from. So make use of the videos of our YouTube page, Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. On Facebook, we go by the name Dark Sarpo the Esoteric. All right, wonderful, wonderful. Let's do some entertainment while we share on this side, and please do so on your side as well. It's a brand new edition, and it's a lot of stuff, good stuff we have to cover today. A lot of good stuff we have to cover, and so you don't want to miss it. Yeah, so don't hesitate here to share the link. I will be right back. Let me share it for you or for us, and I will be right back. Let me see.
I'm a real sick a long time. The record, mash up the place.
You're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the rada Babu Nebo. Also, Monkey come down. Oh, Monkey come down. Monkey come down. Oh, Rob Monkey come down. Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey. Also, Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Once upon the time, in the jungle, there lived so many animals and so many trees. During the day, there were no restriction. Anytime, any day, anyone used to corrupt and go style free in the jungle, yeah. After they realized that everything was good, I said everyone were only after the food. Majority of the people went beyond baboon, and few people went beyond okay. The headers of the time made a big mistake. After election, they went and made a selection. So the citizen of the jungle was unsatisfied. So they decided choosing another caretaker. Who loves, who care, who has ability, taking care of the monkey. You're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the rada Babu Nebo. Also, Monkey come down. Oh, Monkey come down. Monkey come down. Oh, Rob Monkey come down. Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey. Also, Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey chop. Monkey gonna get tired.
Say monkey chop
yo. Monkey gonna get tired.
Monkey chop.
Monkey gonna get tired. Monkey chop yo. Monkey gonna get tired.
Keeping banana and the chop. Stealing is the error. A Russian is the error.
Monkey gonna get tired.
Hey, we wanna live life. That's to live a good life. We wanna live life. That's to live a better life. We wanna live life. That's to live a better life. We wanna live life. That's to live a better life. We wanna live life. That's to live a better life.
oh, babu nebo. You not able to bust the rata, babu nebo. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down. Oh, Rob, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you.
Monkey listen, you give it right, it can crack it. Bible storm, monkey listen, you give it stick, it can break it. We do your long time ago that Mr. Monkey was very wicked. The way you see it with your apple, they all do that love is wicked. Monkey see apple, they pick it, banana and plum, they take it. All the cuckoo fruit in a pocket, it when give it something lick it. Monkey drop it, it drop it, nana, only baboon can stop it. Monkey drop it, it drop it, nana, only baboon can stop it. It call all African monkey, all I want for them to rig it. Monkey jump from tree to tree, hustle hustle. It ready get sick. Monkey jump from tree to tree, hustle hustle. When it ready get sick. Two back when monkey we catch it. That one it will not be easy. How you read, my people? I say it wicked. How you read, my people? I say it wicked.
Monkey, you not able to take care of babu nebo. You not able to bust the rata, babu nebo. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down. Soldier, monkey calm down. Oh, Rob, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Don't jam a monkey say that away home. Don't small monkey say away home. On top of monkey say away home. Oh monkey say that away home. Away home. Away home. Away home. Let me know away home. Away home. My people yeah. Away home.
This one a real one. Who Yankee? I'm a real sicker a long time. The record, mash up the place.
Monkey, you not able to take care of babu nebo. You not able to bust the rata, babu nebo. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down. Oh, Rob, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Once upon the time, in the jungle, there lay so many animals and so many trees. During the day, there were no restriction. Anytime, any day, anyone used to corrupt and go start free in the jungle, yeah. After they realized that everything was good, I said everyone were only after the food. Majority of the people went beyond baboon, and few people went beyond monkey. The headers of the time made a big mistake. After election, they went and made a selection. So the citizen of the jungle was unsatisfied. So they decided using another caretaker. Who love, who care, who has the ability taking care of the monkey. You not able to take care of babu nebo. You not able to bust the rata, babu nebo. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down. Oh, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down. Oh, Rob, monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey. Oh, soldier, monkey calm down to you. monkey come down. Dio, 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 the monkey come down. Dio, Dio, Dio. Monkey chop, chop, chop. Monkey cannot get tired.
Say monkey chop chop yo.
Monkey cannot get tired.
Monkey chop chop chop.
Monkey cannot get tired. Monkey chop, chop yo. Monkey cannot get tired.
Keeping banana and the chop stealing is a error. A Russian is a error.
Monkey cannot get tired.
Hey, we wanna live life. That's to live a good life. We wanna live life. Can't live for better life. We wanna live life. That's to live for better life. We wanna live life. That's to live for better life. We wanna live life. That's to live for better life.
You not able to take care of Babu Nebu. You not able to bust the ragga Babu Nebu. Oh soldier, monkey come down. Oh monkey come down. Monkey come down. Oh rob monkey come down. Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey. Oh soldier, monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you. Monkey come down to you.
All right, guys, welcome to Voices Sinoe here with Esoteric. Let's see, I want to play this video here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new edition of Voices Sinoe in the diaspora with Dr. Sarpo Esoteric. We are glad to be here with you again to have a dialogue with you, to share information with you, not propaganda, to share facts with you, to share evidence with you, to share the truth, the unembellished truth with you. And this is the platform, this is the empire that we are building to free our people from bad governance, from the tentacles of corruption, from deception, from any kind of vice that has the propensity to relegate our people, to prepare our people in a dungeon of poverty. Let me sit to it. My speaker here, microphone is kind of, excuse me, guys. And so that's what we are here to do. And we started the show. The last video we played was the wedding ceremony of Marie and Gonin over the weekend. And we want to say congratulations to the couple. It's a beautiful, beautiful couple. They did their thing. The wedding came out very well. So we want to say congratulations to our sister and her husband. We wish them all the best in their wedding, in their union. Now let's get to things that we want to talk about today on the show. Please do us a favor. As you get on, you may share the link for us. That's the only favor we want from you. Share the link. You can also go on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube page. On YouTube, we go by the name Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric. You go right there right now. We are live. If you have a bigger TV, you can watch the show from that. But I want to welcome all of you, those that are following right now. Let me recognize you. You are very important. Jefferson, God Time Where, welcome. Morris A. Saka, D, veteran educator, welcome aboard. Abel Judu, welcome aboard. Miss Warrens, welcome aboard. Monty Zina, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Let's see who I'm following here, people that I'm seeing. That's Wulu Blatter. Damn. Saros, I would just say Saros Sine. How you doing? I'll go with that. Justina Ivan Dato, welcome aboard. Jay Kidawiya Alexander Tote Swinian, how you doing? Our publicist. Victoria Willie, how you doing? And those Rancy Kai, how you doing? VP of the Minnesota chapter, welcome aboard. And those that are following from YouTube, I'm not seeing your name, so but I want to say welcome to Voice of Sinoe, Sinoe County premier platform, where we do justice to everybody. We don't take sides. We take if as you said, should we take side? We are taking side with the truth. We are taking side with the evidence. We are against deception, shenanigans, and the list goes on. All right. So let's begin the show this way. Let's begin the show this way. The first talking point here. I have the master sheet, so normally I don't follow the way the outline is given on Facebook. Those of you that are viewing it from Facebook. But we just want to first give you a little update with respect to the campaign of Sinoe County incoming Senator, Senator Matthew Zarzar. I can say that for sure. He's the incoming Senator of Sinoe County. So we just wanted to give you a little update as to what is obtaining in Sinoe County with respect to this man right here, Dr. Representative Matthew Zarzar. There's a short video, audio I want to play at the Sun that was forwarded to me. I just want to play that a little bit so you can hear the message of that music. You know, you can tell that the people actually they want this man. Let me see.
My fellow citizens of Sinoe County, my fellow colleagues, I call upon you to lay aside our differences, to reconcile, to make peace, and unite for the development of our county. I thank you.
together, let us unite. Zarzar, come together, let us unite. Zarzar, come together, let us unite. My Zarzar say, let bygone be bygone. Whoever.
Yeah, that bygone be bygone. Matthew Zarzar says, let us unite.
I'm wrong, I say sorry.
When I'm wrong, I say sorry to you.
Aside our differences.
Let's reconcile our differences.
Be the faith and start the fight.
Yeah, the fighting after 14 years of macabre war, we did not get anything. So let's put that aside, guys.
We stand divided we fall.
Divided we fall.
Together, the reconcile county, the reconcile. The reconcile, reconcile. Zarzar, and we give up, let us unite.
All right, let's come together and unite. But in the meantime, or in the same time, in the same vein, we shall say the truth to the people of Sinoe County. In the auditorium of unity, we cannot sacrifice the truth. And so the right person, not in my view, but in the view of the people of Sinoe County, is Matthew Zarzar. He is the senator, the incoming senator of Sinoe County. Because the incumbent, let me make sure here, the incumbent, what is going on here, guys? Sorry. The incumbent who has been tried for several years. And you know who the incumbent is. You got I call them the political trinity of Sinoe County, these guys right here, or the senatorial trinity. Father, Father, and Father. Now Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And so the political trinity of Sinoe County, the people, they have reviewed their records. I mean, the good thing is these people, the three of them, they are incumbents. They are currently representing the people of Sinoe County. So nobody has to say, I haven't said before, and I want to change your people. No. The three of them, they are currently in the Capitol building. And the people are looking at their records. Now, after looking carefully, macroscopically, after x-raying their records, the people say emphatically that the best person is Representative Matthew Zarzar, and not Milton Tiaje, and not Creighton Duncan. I mean, as a matter of fact, Creighton Duncan is a no factor in the election. The man is just in the race because he is a martyr. And what martyrs do, they occupy space. So Creighton Duncan is only in the race to occupy space. Because as I have said multiplicity of times on this platform, we look at the history of Liberia. We try Creighton Duncan and his people. We tried his people for 133 years. And our people are still wallowing in poverty. Creighton Duncan and his people could not build the first high school outside of the capital city because they were concentrated in the capital city of Greenville, which is Sinoe County. And so they abandoned the majority. We, the country people, the majority. Now, so because of the atrocious, the malevolent history of Creighton Duncan and others, the people of Sinoe County, they are now preaching what we call indigenous solidarity. We, the indigenous people, we, the victims of Creighton Duncan, We are saying we are putting together, we try you, and now we tried Creighton Duncan for 6 years in the Capitol building. And we cannot see Creighton Duncan in the Capitol building after 6 years. If you look at all the sections, you will not see Creighton Duncan in section. He's nowhere to be found. The man is an absentee representative of the people of Sinoe County. He's a foreign lawmaker. He doesn't sit in the country because he say the country is not safe for him. So Creighton Duncan does not sit. He uses Liberia. He takes our county as a gold mine. Creighton Duncan wouldn't go there to dig. He goes to Sinoe. He is only in Liberia to take our resources and bring it overseas. And so because of that, the people of Sinoe County, they say they are not taking Creighton Duncan. A young man who is a renowned lawyer in the country, he is now running in Creighton Duncan's district. Maxwell Grisby was my guest not too long ago. And Maxwell Grisby said, Creighton Duncan carry buses that are malfunctioning, that are in terrible shape, and give it to our people. Vehicles that are unsafe, that's what Creighton Duncan said, that according to Maxwell Grisby, I'm told he too has the American Liberian background. And he is telling us Creighton Duncan carry machines, vehicles, that the people used to the extent where they are now dangerous to the survival of our people, to the students. And so let's say Creighton Duncan aside. After all, Creighton Duncan was brought to us by a TJ. TJ, the man who supported Charles Taylor, the man who was the spokesperson for Charles Taylor. If you are a Liberian, you know the history of Charles Taylor and TJ. For 14 years, Creighton Duncan, Creighton Duncan, part of it, is American Liberians. They came to revenge against the indigenous people. So this ridiculous, the bad thing called Milton TJ. The likes of Charles Taylor, they introduced what they call divide and conquer, the colonial philosophy. And so after 133 years, our son came, Samuel Doe, and decapitated the administration because the guys, they refused to introduce democracy in the country. And so they say, no, human beings of nature, human beings in nature, we are born to be free. And if you read Rousseau say, we are born free, but everywhere we are in chains. And so there are certain people that want to put us in chains, the likes of TJ. So TJ, the likes Taylor came and introduced a war in the country, killed children, women and children, men, and animals alike. And TJ was waiting to be the spokesperson for Charles Taylor. And he defended Charles Taylor to the best of his ability for 10 years. And now when you go to Tajuwan, after TJ served 10 years on a Charles Taylor, you can't see anything in Tajuwan. You cannot see anything in Joazan. You can't see anything in Greenville, Sinoe County from TJ. 10 years on a Charles Taylor. Fast forward to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration, TJ was put in the Liberian Senate. Let's start from the superintendency. It was not Taylor, but Ellen Johnson Sirleaf rewarded him because after all, the war was sponsored by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Read her book, The Child Will Be Great. TRC hearing, she also reiterated that she supported the war. She gave $10,000 to Taylor. Taylor is not a Red Cross man, but she gave him $10,000. But I understand that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf herself is American Liberian, so they don't get time for the indigenous people. And so she rewarded TJ because TJ was the spokesperson for Charles Taylor. She gave him a position, superintendent, even though the people of Sinoe County, they opposed him. But she forced the man us. And for 6 years, TJ looted. He milked our county. Consequently, Mr. Zarzar, being the man of the people, step up to the plate. He says that somebody got to be held accountable. And so he, Malcolm made a report, submitted it to the General Auditing Commission of the Republic of Liberia, and TIAS's administration was audited. And Mr. Zarzar was proven right that TIAS stole from us. He ate our money. 74 projects were approved by the County Development Council. And we can see 74 projects right now. I brought the deputy of TIAS the other day, and he dismissed the report from the GSE. So people of Sinoe County, it is clear. Your children don't have state-of-the-art universities in Sinoe County because TIAS ate the money. You do not have access to health care right now because TIAS ate the money. You don't have roads in Sinoe County because TIAS ate your money, even though he told us he is building Bekubed and Milton TIAS Highway. And we can see it after 9 years in the Liberian Senate, after 6 years as superintendent. So the people of Sinoe County, the only thing you benefited from TIAS after 9 years in the Liberian Senate is to sponsor a bill so that your children can be raped, so that they can be turned into sex slaves. That's what TIAS could do for us. After 9 years in the Liberian Senate, the only thing that TIAS can break off is stealing Patricia from Okar. That's what TIAS can break up. And that's what we're saying in the Liberian Senate for. What we can see after 9 years in the Liberian Senate, we noticed that newspapers are reporting that TIAS got F, his performance, because they got the legislative reporters. TIAS got F. So why do you want somebody who failed? F means fail. The man failed us. So the people of Sinoe County, they are saying Zarzar is the best person because, one, Zarzar is the one that unearthed the corruption of TIAS. Zarzar is the one that built the first high school outside of Greenville, according to TIAS himself, because TIAS was compelled to say the truth.
Representative from constituency number 3 in Sinoe, Honorable Zarzar. Before Zarzar became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Zarzar.
Am I hearing those?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
Wow.
I also would like to report.
His friends, his colleagues are flabbergasted because TIAS does not want to see the ground that Zarzar works on. And so the guy was saying, wow, TIAS is confessing. I mean, I can play multiple videos, but I don't have the time right now. But what I can say for sure before I transition to another subject is to tell the citizens of Sinoe County, liberate yourselves. Free yourselves. Your children, they deserve better too. Your children deserve to be in the best schools in and outside the country. You deserve to live in a house with air conditioning, with 24 hours electricity. Those good humanities that TIAS is getting, those things, you also deserve them. TIAS cannot be enjoying, used your county development money, over 10 million United States dollars, abandoning all your projects, and building prostitution center for himself, which they call motel or hotel, building multiple houses for himself, and the list goes on. But Zarzar is 24 hours working for you, making sure that your people, the citizens of Sinoe County, they get employment. While TJ is fighting to take people for employment. While Creighton Duncan is fighting to deny people jobs. Him and TJ, they ran campaign for the people of Sinoe County not to get employment. So they will say, Honor Ellen, Booker District surfaces. And when Ellen left, they fought and black people from getting jobs. Honor Ellen, they honor Taylor, not honor Taylor, but honor George Weah, they came back. So the people of Sinoe County cannot get employment. They say Booker District resurfaces. As a campaign of Creighton Duncan and TJ, they were friends before, but now they are fighting. If TJ brings or brought somebody to you and they are now not getting along, the man is on audio and tape and telling us that his God killed Nambislo, another man that he supported, that he brought. Listen to him, not me.
When Nambislo, God has already fought the battle for the Sinoe people. When Nambislo, God has already fought the battle for the Sinoe people.
So he just told you, God fought his battle. Not for we, the people of Sinoe, for TJ. For TJ, God fought a battle and killed our lawmaker, one of our lawmakers, Nambislo. May his soul rest in peace. So right now, through the eyes of my imagination, I can see that the people of Jiripo, they are not voting for TJ. Because when they vote for TJ, it means that they will be rewarding TJ for his God, killing their good son. Yes. And he bragging about it, that his God killed Nambislo. And as we speak right now, he took Creighton Duncan to the slaughter hall. He also took Sonnyboy Noah to the slaughter hall. These are TJ's words. Do you want a slaughterer? The man who helped Charles Taylor to murder 250,000 people. He defended Taylor. Killing Nambislo is nothing. Killing Stanley Tugba is nothing. The man whose brother just passed away, they're going to let nothing happen. Master TJ just passed away. TJ doesn't care. And so this man, if he does not care for his own family, he does not care for the citizens of the country, why you think you, the people of Sinoe County, you are the exception? The man doesn't care. So let us put Zarzar there, so that Zarzar will build more schools, so that he will sponsor a bill for our community college to be elevated to a university, just the same way Grand Bassa has a university, just the same way Nema County has a university, so that we can have the same thing in Sinoe County. We need a Zarzar. For 9 years, TJ cannot sponsor a bill to elevate the community college to a university. No, he can't do that. For 9 years, he sent one man to Rwanda to get a master's degree. The man came by and said, you know what, that governing commission sent me. That is not TJ. So we can see people of Sinoe County. It's clear. Zarzar is the best person for you. You know, I was looking at the numbers in Sinoe County. Last election, the one that TJ won, I think 2017 or 2014. And I was looking at the results. TJ won with 6,772 votes. That's he was the winner at the time. The late Mabutu Yimpan got 4,726 votes. Okay, so TJ won with a difference of 2,046 votes. That's it. Just 2,046 votes. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, he ran the tribal campaign, right? And now the people say, okay, let's give it to the man. After failing as a superintendent, he ran the tribal campaign and he won it, right? Now the people have tested him twice. And in the capital building too, he failed. So if he can only win Mabutu by 2,000 votes, think about it, guys. Can TJ beat Zarzar? Because if you look on you look at Sinoe County, and you look at district number 3, overwhelmingly the people in district number 3, they are going for Zarzar. When you go to district number 2, where Nambislo is from, where Tiaje's Gore killed Nambislo, the son, that good son of the people of Jdepo, Tiaje rejoicing his God killed him. Do you think the people of Jdepo will be happy? So Jdepo votes are going in the political basket of Zarzar. I'm not calling Creighton Duncan because he is insignificant in the race. And that is why Creighton Duncan cannot go on campaign by himself. He has to bring, when you go into Jdepo, he has to bring something where, because that's the only way the people will counsel. Zarzar does not need somebody to carry him somewhere. The people love the man. When he goes anywhere, the other time Tiaje went to that same Jdepo, the people chased Tiaje out of that place. It was a whole fight. A guy's on radio and said, oh, we don't know the whereabouts of the senator right now. The people are chasing Tiaje. How can you tell the people you're on radio, you kill the people's son, and you go there to run campaign? And so district number 1, number 2, and number 3, they are going to Zarzar already. District number 1, and in the Liberian context, is the educator bill. And guess what? The Tajawan bill, right? That's the one that the play depending on Tajawan. But guess what? GVL brought workers. They call them migrants from all over the place. Employ people from, they are not Kru, they are not Sarpo, they are not Mandingo. I mean, they are Mandingo, of course, but they are different tribes. The Gio Kwado, for example, or Niba Kwado, they call them. They are not going for Tiaje because Tiaje is fighting the people to remove them from employment. You got other tribal groups that are not Kru, Sarpo, the Jdepo, because of the 3 dominant tribal groups in Sinoe County. So you got a major block called the Nimba Kwado. They are in Sinoe. They are not supporting Tiaje because they say Tiaje failed them too. He's fighting them and say, oh, y'all go to your county, y'all leave Sinoe. So the Nimba Kwado, they are not going for Tiaje. They are not going for Donkey. They are going for Zarzar. In district number 1, in Duncan's district, Zarzar has multiple. Where is the Sinoe County Community College? Is in district number 1. Who carried there is Zarzar. Who renovated or refurbished Sinoe Model Lateral is Zarzar. He built schools all across the county so that our people will be empowered. Something that Creighton Duncan failed to do for 133 years. Or as you add Creighton Duncan 6 years to it. Yeah? As you add that. So the people of Sinoe County is clear. Zarzar is the choice for you. I will reiterate these pieces of information so that they can be ingrained on your mental hard drive as you go towards the election October 10th. Because this election is life and death. You know, I think one of the Americans, freedom fighters, he said, give me liberty or give me death. That's where you are right now. You either get free or you remain where you are, or you die. Because Tiaje is killing your son. He's telling you, Nambislo, God kill him. So right now, you either get liberty or you get death. Because you are suffering right now and the God doesn't care for you. He's taking you from those of you that are supposed to get jobs, he's blocking you. He's refusing to sign. So the election, October 10, 2023, we are on our way to freedom. I am optimistic. I am positively positive. I am sanguine. The people of Sinoe County will free themselves. Dr. Fambule told us, and what's the Patrick Henrys? Yeah, United States freedom fighter, Patrick Henrys. Give me liberty or give me death. Or, according to Dr. Fambule, the Africans or the African people are their own liberators. You, the people of Sinoe, you are your own liberators. You are your own freedom fighters. You try TJ not once. You try on a Taylor. You try during Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's administration. You try on a Josh Weah, and your condition cannot improve. All he does is tribalism. It's sectionalism. It's taking people from payroll. It's bragging about taking people to the slaughter hall. He's God killing people. That's what you got from this man. Lies, deception. He goes to you and say, you know what? I'm building Bakuba Highway or TJ Highway, and you can't see it. I'm bringing solar panels. His supporters will write on Facebook, we're bringing solar panels. Cynthia failed to electrify Greenville because he was a superintendent that gave him the money. Greenville electrification project, they gave him money, everything. He electrified the place, and he left it dark. When you got in the Senate, his supporters and go, oh, they're just bringing solar panels. 9 years, we can't see anything. So these lies, Abraham Lincoln told us, you can fool some of the people some of the time. You can even fool some of the people all of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. It is time to consult in the auditorium of history so that we can say one day, once there was a man called Milton Tiaje who helped Charles Siller to murder 250,000 people. And he was blessed again by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf by making him superintendent to improve the condition of the people. But he ate our development money and you were declared guilty for corruption. And he ran tribal campaign and he was sent in a labyrinth Senate for 9 years. And the only thing he could tell us, he got killed now with slaw. He took Sonnyboy Noah to the slaughter hall. He took Clayton Duncan to the slaughter hall. We'll be saying that. And now it left us to seek for justice, because the only reason why TJ is suppressing us, he was declared guilty. The $50,000, he has not paid that. And so when he leaves power, then we can go after him. Because Zarzar went after him when you were in power. When he out now, Zarzar will not go after him. We'll seek justice. Let's transition to something else. So right now, the supporters, the media pundits, and the crusaders of Honorable Zarzar, they are now crusading across Sinoe County, everywhere. They are propagating the message. The message has been proliferated across Sinoe County, or it is being proliferated across Sinoe County, because it's very important. In the next 1 month or two, we have a job to do in Sinoe County. And the job that you are doing is not for Zarzar. It's for you, yourself, because you've been suffering forever under this man. You've been suffering forever under Clayton Duncan. You send a man in the Capitol building, and he is nowhere there around to help you out, to speak for you. No video. Go look at all the videos. Clayton Duncan is nowhere. Why did you send him in the Capitol building? Let's go to the next thing, people of Sinoe County. Let's transition to the next thing here. The next thing that I want to talk about here, let me do Liberia first, and then we can transition to the next thing. We can stay in the United States, but this one I will be right back. Welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Dark Side Pundit Esoteric, coming to you from sorry guys, I don't know why the thing is acting up right now. I'm touching this. Welcome to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric. Sorry for I lost my train of thought right there. But the breaking news that I want to share with you. I call this the politics of desperation. The politics of desperation. Building incubators for votes. The politics of desperation. Building incubators for votes. Now, you see, when somebody is desperate, right, for something, they will do anything and everything to get that thing. Whether the route is ethical or not, they don't care. So they subscribe to Jeremy Bentham's philosophy, which they call utilitarianism, the greater good for the greater number, right? That's not it they subscribe to. If you like, they do, yeah, it's not greater good for the greater number, but they do what they call minimalism. Seek the interests of the minority and not the majority. So, Sonnyboy Noah is the one that I'm talking about here, district number 3. You see, this young man came to the power structure of Sinoe County through the late Mabutu and Zarzar, I can say. And we thought that this young man would make a difference because we have private conversation. We talk about Sinoe, we talk about politics, we whine about the politicians and those things. But this young man was given the opportunity to serve as the director for the Port of Greenville. And our boat cannot be seen. The buildings at the port cannot be renovated. But in the same token, the man is building mansions all over the place for himself. This young man is building houses. And I sit and thinking to myself, how is it that when somebody who was sitting on the bench of poverty, and all of a sudden when they get in politics, in Liberian politics, then they get money. How does that happen overnight? The man building houses all over the place. But now the man is so desperate to the point that he is using what they call, I think it's Machiavelli who says, the end justifies the means, okay? It is not about the means. It's not about the route that you are taking. It's about the result. Once your means gives you a good result, that is fine. The end justifies the means. So in the politics of desperation, Sonnyboy wants to go in the Capitol building. And so he has put into place all the different mechanisms or machinations, I should say, to bamboozle, to fool our people, to trick them so that they can vote for him. So the politics of desperation is my first time in the history to see somebody running for office and building houses so that people can vote. And the houses, they are not, I mean, just a name, right? But I call them incubators. You know, incubator, I play when, you know, when young baby born, they not mature, they put them to warm that baby up. So in other words, Sonnyboy Noah is building ovens for our people. The man builds state-of-the-art houses or buildings for himself. But our people are good for ovens, incubators. Now what is good for them? And the guys are advertising these things. The other day, they lied to our people. His supporters, they posted on Facebook mattresses, or should I say, chains or insect-infested mattresses. Trucks are there, they put them on Facebook. Sonnyboy Noah come in devour mattresses. Up to now, we are not seeing anything. Okay. They also posted that the man purchased 200 motorbikes. Now, right now, the children, they're agitating the one that motorbike because Sonnyboy Noah isn't bringing a motorbike to them. You see, the politics of desperation can make people to lie. They don't say the truth. So he's building incubators for our people. Let me show you what the guy is building for. Let me show you one of his houses first. This is Sonnyboy Noah's house. One of his many houses. Okay. Now the low grade one here, the low grade house, that's Sonnyboy Noah. Now compare this to this that he built for one of our elders in Kabade in Pine Town. This is what I call incubator. This is an oven right here. No AC on it. They just put a bunch of blocks together, sealed it up, and just they put pin on it, and they are bragging about this. And I'll be sitting here like, what is wrong with it, young man? It looks like the more we read history, the less we learn from it. You build this, and this is an insult to our people, to the elder. You build this for yourself. Why should you have the best building? Why? If you look out here, if you look beyond the building, right, that's another angle. If you look at your house beyond it, oh, I mean, how can you, embarrass yourself this way? And they say, oh, that's how you put it. He full of proper. He did that. No, I want when you do it to the best of your ability. Don't give our people substandard things, and it should be okay. And you are in air-conditioned houses, and everything is working here, and you build oven for our people, and that should be okay. And I should celebrate this thing. I can't even put a cat in here. No, our elders should not go in here. He did this so that he can buy the votes of the people. It's the vote purchasing spree that Sonnyboy Noah is on. He's desperate. This is the man who told us that he got 25 years at the Port of Greenfield. Why you want to go in the House of Representatives? You can get other people the opportunity to run. He bribed the other people, their primary people the other day. As a result, his friends, his fellow partisans, they were disenfranchised. The people went to the primary to vote, and he incited his boys, and they caused chaos. The primary was in hell. The next day, Sonnyboy Noah came on Facebook. With both face, the man is confident. He came on Facebook, the people announcing him as the winner. Where? So you can see desperation. That's what I call the politics of desperation. The guy is desperate. Very, very desperate. And when a man is desperate, you got to be very careful. That's how tyrants are born. That's how they do anything. You got to watch out for Sonnyboy Noah. The speed with which he is coming is terrifying. You have to grow. It's a process. To be a leader is a process. But when you see the man is doing everything to strangulate, to suffocate his colleagues and the likes of Christian Tugba, young man is grieving right now. He spent all that money and created awareness that he's running only to be disenfranchised by Sonnyboy Noah. Okay? And Sonnyboy Noah building incubators. He thoughts. I played our people, he bought our people, and he the one living in mansions. I would depopulate, I would take some of this thing from the screen so that you can see some of the houses the young man built for our people, and you're breaking about. And I will keep the houses there. Please give me a second. Let me upload this because this is embarrassing. And people say, oh, that's how you put it, don't do that. No. We've been saying, you leave it. In our language, you say, ataliali. And because we say, ataliali, let's leave it. As a result, the small group of people, they are suppressing. And they think that the majority suffering is okay, it's normal. No, it's not normal. It is not normal today. It's not normal tomorrow. And so when I see a tendency in a young man who vilified and disparaged and berated the old guys yesterday, and now he is doubling what the people did, it scares me. It's a wrong signal. Sonnyboy Noah desperation should tell you you're up to something. That's how Taylor was born. Taylor was desperate for power. And so when they hire him to be the GSA man or the procurement officer for the government, He used the money of the Liberian people to wage war because he wanted to be president. He has seen Sonnyboy Noah coming expeditiously, rapidly. He's doing everything. The democracy that our people fought and died in our country, Sonnyboy Noah, is strangulating his fellow partisans. They shouldn't vote. Something is going on. And we are telling you now, watch out for that young man. The man's insatiable appetite to garner property, it should tell you something. Good leaders, they don't amass wealth for themselves. No. They seek the interests of the whole poor, the poor people, the majority. No, they got in less than 3 years at the port. He got 40 horses. And he built oven for our old man. The elders, or one of the elders, and I'm the spokesperson for the elders and the ancestors. And the young man is disrespecting my elder. He's building this oven, this incubator. And that should be okay. I should be quiet about it. No, it doesn't work with that side you put it. If you want to call me in the rabble rouse or the outside agitator, the troublemaker, I'm glad to take it. But when you're doing it for my people, do it to the best of their ability, so that I can come here and sing the laudation to you and give you the encomium that you deserve. But you can't build an oven and celebrate you. No, you don't do that to my people. You don't know the people of Sinoe County, they have a spokesperson called Dr. Yapu, the esoteric, understood by the chosen few. I'm here to speak for my people. You elect me, you don't elect me, that's okay. You know what? When you are a leader, which I am, you will take a stand, you will make some decision, and people will not like you. If you are afraid, if you want everybody to like you, to love you, you are not a leader. Because sometimes you will step on people's toes. Because you want to do the right thing. Yes. We can point finger at the old guys, and then we are mimicking their steps. And you expect me to be quiet. You're building this for yourself. Why you can't build the same thing for the elder? Why your house should be different for his? Why you should build the one? Why you can't take the one for yourself? You can't sleep in the thing yourself, but you build it for him. So that you can cajole him, you build it for yourself. Guys, we are here. Sinoe will be liberated, whether the people like you or not. That's how you put the esoteric. We'll fight until we get ethical leaders, virtual leaders in our country, in our very counties. Yes, is that right? For a country that is about to be 176 years with 5 million people, and the people are still suffering. And somebody's building oven, and people are celebrating it. No, they should not be in a country that is 176 years. No. Sonnyboy Noah is desperate for power. And we must say it to the young man. We must say it to the brother. The politics of desperation, building incubators for votes. The guy wants votes. That's why he wants to go in the Capitol building, so that he will be able to set his own budget. Okay? Because at the poll right now, no. He can set his own budget. So he wants to go to the Capitol building, make his own budget, and become a realtor in our Capitol building. So he can build more houses and put renter inside. And he say, oh, TJ is corrupt. And he's doing the same thing that TJ is doing. All right. I got more horses. I will show you later when I depopulate. But I'll go to the next thing here that I want to talk about. And this makes me happy as well. Before I bring this, I will be right back to breaking news. Welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric, coming to you live and direct from Newark, Delaware. I call this Geleo acquired a united Sarpo community and left it divided. Geleo acquired a united Sarpo community in the diaspora and divided it both in the US and back home. That's the legacy of Green Geleo. And I must talk about it. Yes, I listened to his departure speech, and I was happy to have taken the stand I took. You see, we are making progress. We are making progress. You see, my fight is not just in Sinoe County, not in only Liberia. I told you guys before, in order to go to Lofa County, to go to Nema County, to talk about people in Grand Bassa County, I must get my house in order first. And so in the US, I started with my community. I started in my own house, they call the Sarpo community. The United Sarpo Association is an organization that was established in the 90s when TIJ and Charles Taylor were killing our people in Liberia. Our people had no way to survive. They were running from refugee camp to another refugee camp. They lived in the forests, and they were humiliated by other countries, citizens of other countries. And so the Sarpo citizens, the Sarpo people that came to the United States that were blessed, like some of us now, they said, let's do something for our people. Let's put ourselves together. And may his soul rest in peace, like the likes of Geleo, the Zarzar, the Macopine, and the list goes on. Tusua, those people. John Blah. I mean, I can go on and name those elders, the men and women. They put this organization together as a humanitarian organization. And so during the war, they were sending relief supplies to our people. And they did that. And then fast forward 30 years. Yes, the people that established the organization, they didn't build skyscrapers in Liberia. But guess what? They set the foundation on which we are standing right now. They never had the population that we have right now, the membership. They were not as many as we are today. And so their power of fund generation or raising money was less because they were not plenty. They could gather in somebody's living room and they would not fill that place. But now, because of population growth, we are reproducing, our children are growing. 30 years after the organization grew. And so we brought the likes of Green Geleo. After conflict, 7 years, Obaku set up the organization, resuscitated the organization, put in the framework in place. The structure that we have right now. Because the conflict, 7 years conflict, destroyed the organization. So Obaku started from scratch and put an accounting, put a financial structure and everything in place. He was deputized by Green Geleo. Even though Green was holding the name, he had a position in name because he was not doing anything. The same rebellious attitude that led me to go after him. That's what you are doing to Obaku. When they call for, oh, I'm coming over there. I don't care. We got to change your old people. Now all of us are young. Okay, so Obaku put in the structure and everything. He wanted to build a state-of-the-art hospital in Johnson, to be specific. But fortunately for us, through the advocacy of Zarzar and others, a company went there and built a hospital in Johnson. So, but then Obaku was in his last term already, okay? Because at the time, the Constitution only gave 2 years and the organization from conflict after 7 years. So he literally started from scratch to put the organization together. So after him, they increased the 2 years to 3 years. So because of insufficient time on the part of Obaku, he never had time. So whatever money he had, the last time I looked at the report from his office, it was 65,000. He turned it over to Green. And that was excluding the convention that was held in North Carolina. I think that convention raised about close to $23,000. So he add that to 65,000. That's good money Green inherited. Okay. When the boss saw that money in the account, it was birthday for the man. If the man wants to go to a concubine house and say, I want presidential allowance. When he wants to go to Liberia to go dance and say, board of directors, I want $12,000. My man, this is a humanitarian organization. It's not a political institution. It's not a government we're running here. When you say charity, we are doing it all to help other people. It's not to give you profit. And so the guy requested. He did everything and divided the organization. I don't want to go through the whole history right now. I'm just telling you, the man acquired, we gave him a united community, United Sarpo Association. Obaku did everything and fused the membership, the people together. They were united. When Green was elected on white ballot in Charlotte, the jubilation was not easy. We were making progress. Our people had hope. But the man brought his own philosophy to the table. He brought different philosophy. The same philosophy that divided us before that white Green brought. And so the first thing he did was to balkanize the organization. That is to say, he divided. He created a clique on the side. They called from Minnesota, right? He created a clique. Everything was in Minnesota now. And you have an organization with 6 chapters. And everything, all your officials are from Minnesota. So as a result, they will gather in his garage and say, well, we're going to Iowa tomorrow. Let's go to your account and take money without telling the board of directors. And so, ladies and gentlemen, long story short, Green Geleo left because of the corruption that went on. The people approved $10,000 for COVID, for our people to be helped. The people did not get the money. Scholarship, 12 students were approved. The children did not get a scholarship. I can go down the line. The man took $7,000 from the organization account. You send a voucher to the board. The board says, sir, we have outstanding issues. We got things that are unresolved. We have to resolve those things. So because of that, carry your 7,000 voucher back. He told the man, clear, plain elementary English. And the Constitution is unambiguously clear. You cannot take money from the account without the approval of the board of directors. And the Constitution says clearly that the board is the sole and only body that has the authority to approve fundings. Nobody else, except the General Assembly when we meet, everybody, the way we come and go for the convention now in August. That body that meets, the people that meet there, the decision is above the board of directors. But after the convention, the board is in charge of the organization. It's in the Constitution. So the man sent a voucher, and the policy that I'm talking about, it was written on a Green Geleo. When we went to Florida and North Dakota 2018 convention, it's up, 19 or 18, one of them. He designated Sadaa'S to go and review the Constitution and put financial policies in place. Everything, they did that. And the line said unambiguously, before a dime is taken from the organization account, a letter, a communication should be sent to the board of directors. And the board should respond within 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, when no reply from the board, then they can go take the money. They imply that constitutionally they are covered. The man sent $7,000 voucher to go to Labrador to go dance. 24 hours later, the board approved it. I mean, they replied and said, sir, don't take the money. We have outstanding issues. They did not approve the money. They say carry the voucher back. We have outstanding issues. We have to resolve it. Green did something unconstitutional, extra constitutional. The man who amended the Constitution joined him, and they wrote another Constitution without the General Assembly. So the man called a teleconference. It was unorthodox. It's the first time in the history of the United Sarpo Association for members on teleconference to approve money. It's not in the Constitution. So Green called teleconference, and the teleconference, they call his supporters. When you go there, when you have different view, they shut you up. They will start making noise and playing all these different music that make no sense. They hijacked the whole meeting and they put it to a vote, which is not constitutional. And they send them money. They give it to Green. Green went to Liberia without telling the board, and the board discovered later that the guy is in the people account, and they did their job. His time was over in office when you are doing all those things. So the people say, okay, so saying you don't want to listen to us. We don't want to be blamed tomorrow by the people when we go to the convention. They say, oh, you didn't provide oversight over our money. And this man ate our money. They don't want to, the board doesn't want to take the blame. So they did what they could. They wrote him and said, sir, your time is over. We are trying to compromise with you. The elders came in. All the community organization came in for you to listen. You are not listening. When you return from your dancing trip in Liberia, turn over all the documents to us. The man came and said it was a coup d'etat. They overthrew him. The man started saying, oh, Idi Amin, Idi Amin, Dada, and you lucky, this is not a government. I would have decapitated people. All the different things he was saying. But anyway, the man went as far as taking $90,000 from the people's account. Okay, I'm talking about acquiring a united organization and leaving it, or community, and leaving it divided. He took $90,000 again without board approval and put it on his bed. And the board said, no, at this point, we have to intervene. We have to do something. And they took him to court. And I was elated, being a man of justice, a man of law. I talked to the ancestors, the elders, and they said that's the right thing, because the elders came in, they talked to him, he did not listen to them. And that's how the Florida convention was held. Elders said, you'll go for the convention. And so we took Green to court. We didn't do anything illegal. We took him to court because he was taking authority. He said the organization was for him. And went to court, and the court said, you are not the president. Give all the people documents. Change your name and everything. You are lucky before the people say, don't be Sarpo man. They almost said that. Almost they told Green, don't be your Sarpo man. But he went there back, you know, Sarpo is in my DNA. I can't do anything. I can't change myself to another tribal group. And so let me just be Sarpo. And that's how the judge said, okay, the Sarpo power will just leave you. Just be Sarpo. But everything, the website, all the credentials of the organization, he was turned over. The guy got angry after the verdict came up. He established another organization, Sarpo Development, whatever. Instead of saying Sarpo Dancer Association, because that's what they do. That's what they can do all day. They dance, they sing on Facebook. On the banner of the United Sarpo Association, they had a convention in Iowa. According to them, they reported to us $60,000. Green said they're going to build an event center before he leaves office. He posting, they bought 50,000 acre of land. All those things, posting there on Facebook. All those things. On my watch, I will do this. Now, Green did not achieve anything. The only thing, when I listen to Green's speech that he accomplished in Sada, or the things that he accomplished in Sada is to divide the community, establishing Sada, dividing the Sarpo community in Liberia. That his accomplishment I'm naming now. And those things, they are not in the interest of the people. When I listen to his speech in the United States, the only accomplishment Green had is saying, you know what, the organization is registered now, because the first convention they had in Iowa was not registered. The one they had in Minnesota, it was under the watch of USAA. They were calling themselves USAA. Okay. So the convention they just had in Minnesota is the only convention where they're operating under their own name. Because how do I know? Evangelist James Carter reported that, you know, they just got their registration. Okay. So this convention is the first convention for SADA. And Green left without accomplishment, nothing. All the things he promised our people, Green did not achieve, none. Nothing. The event center, one block was not laid. He did not buy the land, nothing. I was listening to the guy, and I said, but why the guy did not remain in USAA, the United Support Association? Because everything he named, 99.99% was accomplishment when he was with us. Inside in his own organization, no accomplishment, but dancing, and getting document for an organization. That's the only thing. He did not unite the organization. He divided the community and he left it divided. He made it united and he left it divided. This is the legacy of Green Geleo. The sad man damaged himself fully. He acquired a united community and he left it divided. And that should be your legacy. That could be a good thing that you should go on with. How can you go to sleep with that? The people trusted you. They respected you. They said, man, we face everything. Yeah. They gave you money, everything. And you put the people apart. And you could establish SADA. Not a day you send request for presidential allowance. Not a day. It's only in USA you are doing all those things. And you left. And you did not. And I was listening yesterday. I wanted to hear. I completed an event center in Liberia. The farm that I said I'm going to build, I'm going to establish in Sinoe County, the people now, they're fetching rice. Sinoe County has rice producing factory right now. That's what I wanted to hear from Green. But Green was lamenting yesterday. He was crying literally. Oh, the people took me to court because I ate their money. Oh, so you have money, we should be celebrating you? No, we can't. You ate the people money, we'll go to the House of Justice and they declare you guilty. It's a bad thing. That what the law is there for. When you breach the law, we take you to the law. The man was crying. He was crying. He pressing his family members. Hey, thank you for standing with me. And I was looking. I said, this family, some of the people there, it's good to be a family member. But when your family divides the larger community, it's not an accomplishment for you to back your family member. It has started all killing people, and you're backing Chastain. Economically, Green was killing our people, and you're backing the man. You give yourself to a bad legacy. You don't want to help to divide a community that you inherited. Your family inherited a united community, and you guys divided it. And Green is pressing you guys for division. What we have today. Now, so that's the first thing. I'm about to play some audios here so you can hear it, right? So this, I'm calling it dissecting the first convention of SADA. Okay, when you dissect, you call it into pieces to analyze it, right? Those are you have done science before. You take the frog and carry in the lab, you know, to investigate, right? So we are about to dissect the first convention of SADA. Again, this is the first convention because they just got a document. So everything they were doing, they were still operating on our watch. They were using our document or they were operating illegally. Okay. As a matter of fact, when we requested, I send a communication for them to send all the document, they refuse. Okay. They refuse to do that. I'm the secretary for USA. The president instructed me to send a communication, let it turn all the documents over to us. They refused to do that. And so they were operating on the watch of the USA at the time. It just recently, that was the first convention of SADA. Okay. First convention. Now, let me play an audio, okay? The speech, I'm not going to play the video, but I'll play the audio so you can hear Green a little bit. And I got a couple of clips from the convention. So we are dissecting Sadaa'S convention, right? That's what we are doing right now. So let me get to the first audio here. All right, let me see. Let me get to that. Let me get to the audio that I want to play. A couple of them that I have here. So let's listen to Green first. The former president of SADA, who left without accomplishment. The man inherited a united community and he left it divided. And that should be an accomplishment for Green. Okay, let's listen to him. Hopefully the audio will be clear.
Addressing those the president-elect, the vice president-elect, the chairman, supporting the administration. The board of executive, all of you executive accumulate including the purpose of the city and ensure desire of the members. Lisa, Harley, Forrest, and General being present, super company was moved from the super company was deep, was going straight. This is what already.
The Sarpo conflict was deep. Who created the conflict? It's Green. He created a deep conflict. The man inherited a united organization and he created a deep conflict. He the one narrating it. He's telling us, okay? And he recognized the people that helped him to create the deep conflict. Listen, now me, the man's own words. I'm just analyzing it. I'm dissecting what the man said.
But imagine, for 30 years before the came to America, simple religion was resistant.
Okay? He acknowledged that for 30 years before he came to America, the Sarpo organization was in existence. Okay? So he acknowledged that the organization predated him. Okay? It predated him. He told us that. Listen.
Every year this convention, we're enforcing every year. Those with a question that many people don't answer. When I came to meeting,
somebody called me. It's disrupting my stuff.
It's ocean lights in many places.
Okay, so Green said every year convention was held and nothing was done after 30 years. So basically, he dismissed the elegant work that the people before him did. He did nothing to establish the organization. All he did was to inherit money. Okay? So all the other work the people before him did, he said, you know what? They were just having a convention. They did nothing. How did you get the money? How? Did you get the money from the sky? Did you fetch it from the tree? Okay? So this is what we do. When we get something on silver platter, we dismiss the people before that set that stage for us. So Green said, you know, in Africa, 30 years the poor cabinet organization, nothing was done. And I don't want to come and shine light now. Okay, either light bulb. I don't know that the Chinese one or that the conflict light. Okay, the man come and shine light. You're listening.
I went to Liberia in 2018 with a little woman. Whatever Tugba. I don't think that it's born. And at least, first time. First of all, you watch the video.
No, God did not go in Liberia. God was already in Liberia. And when he made that trip, the people said, your vice president is already in Liberia. Whatever you want to do, which was groundbreaking, your vice president on the ground, let the man do the ground. The man said, no, I'm going to Liberia. I want money. Okay? So he named all those people that he just named. They took money from the account and they paid their way just to go dance. Even though the vice president was on ground to break ground, he could do that. No, but the man wanted money. Okay? Now the light is shining. Yo, listen.
The first thing, we want to break that. But we didn't. I was told by 80 years old that someone one day was the first time people to think about their own land. But you know,
yeah, building a house was the first time for anybody to do that. I agree with you. The first time to build house in Sinoe County. Sinoe County before Green Geleo, no house was there. All right. So the old man came to him, the 80-year-old man said, the house you're about to build is the first time for us to see house. since the country was established, 1847, or before 1847. Okay, listen to Green Code.
All I will tell you that it was strong, having material there, I was seeing the project. We built 3 houses, 1.5 houses.
Okay, they built 3 projects. He executed 3 projects. It's not Sadaa'S, okay? It's not his organization. He's talking about the money he inherited from 30 years, okay? Well, people say, you know what, let's keep the money when the sunshine, light man comes so he can do something for us. So let's just keep the money. The man who likes money, then nothing else. It's not about the people, right? So they say that way for Green Code. You put the money in the account. Okay? So the man said, we build, okay? When you say we, the word we here is not Sadaa'S. It's not his organization that he established, okay? The foundation that he laid down for his device organization, when they do something later, maybe they get somebody who will come over and say, Green Code Geo here before he did nothing. Okay, the same concept will apply, right? Because he's saying less than $3,000 in the account. All right, so the person will come and say, you know what, Green did nothing. I don't listen to the guy and say, who is the guy listening to? You know, the organization is saying you register it right now, and the people will be operating 5-10 years from now. The person somebody will come and say, you know what, I just built house inside and Green did nothing. The people that established it, they did nothing. Now, when you are telling you for 30 years when I came to America, nothing. Okay, how did he get the organization? What I mean, when you got here before you came out, where did he get the money from? All right, let's listen to Green Code deal.
So guys, this president is out of my hand.
Okay, it is out of my hands. It's now in your hands. You know what you're talking about? I turn the division over to you. Okay. The man did not turn unity over to Mr. President-elect. The man that supported him to divide the community, Dave Puri. He said, oh man, it is no longer in my hand. The division is no longer in my hand. I'll turn it to you. Run with the baton of division. I'm turning it over to you. Carry. Continue to divide the community. Now, what are you saying? It's a quarter language. I'm here to dissect. I'm dissecting what you did not get. Okay, the Sarpo organization is not about academic. Okay, it's about laughter. So smile. Hey, all of them will smile. Let's laugh. Okay, is it elational? Is it joyous going to divide community? When you say the community is about laughter, about joy, then why are you dividing the people? Is conflict a good thing? It makes people laugh. Why did you divide the community? If it is for joy, if a family to stay together, for people to live together in good spirit, why you create a conflict? You are telling them what the organization is for. It's not academic. You do it for academic. We give scholarship to people. But okay, the Constitution is clear that okay, I mean, we should be united because that's what we call a united organization, so we can be happy people. If you do in a united society, you can have ideological differences. United States, the Republicans and the Democrats, they don't agree, but they don't talk about dividing their country. You don't hear what you call Donald Trump with criticize to how he's talking about having my own country. No, he's not doing that. But we got this guy. He said the organization is for family to stay together to be happy, but we're dividing. All right, agree. You listen to him.
We are instructed that this sort of time, the life should be strong. Something such unity and harmony.
All right. All right. So it's not unity anymore. He said, I'm turning the confusion over to you. And guess what? I advise you, you're being insulted. Be strong. All right. You didn't say united people. He said they were insulted, but be strong. I live it. I bear in it. They will insult you, but be strong. They put it. Be strong and continue to perpetuate the confusion in the community. Be strong. Except when they insult you. But who is insulting people? And the question you should ask. They are the ones on Facebook. His publicity man on Facebook and practically insulted everybody. Our elders, he will go on Facebook and say, oh, opponent. You talk to our elders at that. You know the tradition. You don't talk to the elders at that. Oh, opponent. He will cuss Vemos me. He will cuss Francis Clark Myers. But instead of people cussing people, the people that support a publicity man, the only thing I do here, the perfect I mean, I say the hard truth. The thing that they don't want to hear that what I can say, I don't insult them. When you steal the people money, I call you a rogue. It's not an insult. Especially when you're declared guilty. When it tells you, oh, the money you told my man, get $1,000 to the people. The other one saying you say you putting it into the project, go ahead. But get it the last $31,000 to the people. You are guilty. You are guilty. And so I don't just say stuff about people. I don't curse people out. I say the uncomfortable truth. Let's agree.
But I will always be here when you need me.
I will always be here when you need me to fight. That's what I know. I love conflict. I'm always here. You gotta follow the logic that man pushing here. The logic is not I want unity. And so I will always be here when you need my support to create unity. You say, you know what? I'm turning the baton over to you. And I'm here to buttress your effort. Yes. So to polarize, to go to Liberia. The previous company, the 7 year, he only stayed in the US. But Honor Green, he went as far as Liberia to divide the people.
But now the South belongs to all of us. When you leave me, you just right beside me.
All right, he right beside you to fight. He's ready.
The employees working Sarpo, only to tell you, you can't get it very hard to believe. What's the thinking? You have me out. To confirm me. So the legislative was to call, which I'm serious is like a rally, this year, Antonio got his wife, one of the family, that's Tugba. I said, my family, with all those destroyed, to build a big legacy in the region in the South of Land. Where's him as a fighter, the educator? But the people man came and destroyed the legacy of their family.
Okay. He is protecting his legacy, right? But he is destroying the 30 years legacy of the people that established the organization. Yes. So his legacy is important. He destroyed the legacy of Joe Jabele, the people that established the organization, all the people, some of them, they are still living. He destroyed their legacy. But his legacy it takes precedent over everything else. I mean, how could you be that selfish? How? Why? Your legacy is better. And you call all your family members and they are not looking at the issue objectively. They are looking at it from the philosophy of Kabadeism. Oh, you for Kabade. We're from the same geo background. We get the same genealogy. So when you do it wrong, we still support you. And we destroy the community. When you say the community was established for joy, for the people to be happy. It's about Dio alone happiness. It's not about the larger community. It's about his family. So impressing your family member for helping you to destroy the community. Yeah, impressing them. He's not remorseful. He said, you know what? The larger community, they respected me. They gave me this job. And because of my own bad behavior, I destroyed. Dave Cooley, please. Since I did not unite the community, it should be your priority. I must redeem myself. This thing that I did to myself is not right. The people give it to me united, and I should leave it united, but I didn't do it. So this should be the mandate for you and Otave. Okay? Otave over there. The people say, oh, our first convention, we got project, single. When it came time, they said, we don't want single. You take single project from there. Yeah, but Otave said, you know what? I will be the vice president for the people that abandon my people. When I say this, they say, oh, they can't let trouble. You like noise. No, I just don't like people that don't like themselves. They kowtow, they genuflect to other people. The people say your board member on tape. Oh, we approved 3 projects. 1 in Kabade, 1 in Johnson, 1 in Single. When time came, the banner Single. The where you from? But it's okay to be there by president. You part of the division. You own the legacy of those people that before you rather to destroy it. That what happened. The other man get thing.
You know yourself. I know all the commanders. Never forever will for you. Because you said to me, this is the family. The family legacy.
All right? It's the family legacy. You stood with me. And we divided the community. All right? That's it. You know, he related to Green Geleo, so they must destroy the community. You know, it's a family legacy. It's important. Nothing else. All right, guys, that's a little bit of Green Code. Let's move. We are looking at the convention of Sadaa'S, right? We are dissecting it. It's a major portion of the show today. Okay, so that was their former president. Now let's go to the next person that I want to talk about here. Robert Tugba. Let's bring Robert Tugba on here. Let's listen to Robert Tugba. And so our man, the Ekimo, what you call him? Kawimane and his wife, they went to Minnesota. They went to be part of the convention. I have nothing against that, you know. But if you don't spoke personally, you did not represent an organization. But you know, the man went there, Kawimane went there to preach peace. You know, the Ekimo now, you know, Ekimo can make peace, right? That's what Ekimo people do. You know, that didn't want brought peace to Liberia, right? The Ekimo in Liberia, UNIMIL, and other organizations. And so Carol went there and said, oh, my man, we're here to seek peace, you know, to unite. The next thing, after he spoke, he and him and his wife, Tina, Robert Tugba came, took the microphone. You listen to Robert Tugba. Hopefully you will catch it. But if you don't catch it, I will explain it to you. Let's listen to Robert Tugba. No, this is not Robert Tugba. I want Robert Tugba first before we go to the secretary. Robert Tugba. Where are you? I think right here. All right, perfect. All right, let's start from the beginning. Okay, Robert Tugba. Before we talk peace and all of those things, Robert Tugba, right? All right, now listen. That's only just listen. Maybe I will not say it first. Let me put this one here. I say Robert Tugba. Now let me leave the other one first. So listen, Robert. Okay, that sounds right? Our door is, let me say, our doors is open. Our doors are open. Okay, we don't hear for grammar. So let's just go with the issue. We can't promise you peace. What did he say? I'll go back again so you can listen to that. We promise you peace. We can't promise you peace. The man said, we can't promise you peace. Again, Clara went there for peace. But the man said, we can't promise you peace. Okay, what can you promise the man? Okay, let's listen to the 14.
Well, first of all, I'm taking a whole time and taking that kind of bold step. I say I'm going to Sadaa'S convention, and I will tell the people, I will be part of it. So we're really welcome you. We thank you and your husband for the time. We thank you for the support. We thank you. I will be part of it. Yeah. I say I'm going to Sadaa'S convention. We can't promise you peace. We can't promise you peace. We can't promise you peace.
Okay, so that Robert Tugba. He said, we can't promise you peace. All right? The guys are still bent on division. Because Green said, I turned the baton of division to Dave Cody. The man who was with me. All right. So Robert Tugba, who was the president for the USAA Minnesota chapter by then, him too, he was investigated by the board, and he was found culpable. Took money to Liberia. They gave $500 to go back to school for supplies for the students over there. All right, the rest is history. He also went in the account and took $3,000 without the membership approval and the different things, gave it to Green and all the different things. You know, the history now. But Robert Tugba said he told Tina and Cloud, we can't promise you peace, but we will talk in peace. I don't know what that means. We can't promise you peace, but we will talk in peace. Okay. Talking peace. What does that mean? Oh, you okay? In other words, they are for peace, but it will not be actualized. Because when I promise you, when I say, you know, I will do this thing for you, that's how you build your legacy, right? That's how you build how people trust you. So I tell you right now, I will give you a hand sanitizer. Next week, come to me, I'll give it to you. If I don't give it to you, guess what? You can't trust me anymore. So Robert Tugba knows that when they promise peace, it will not happen. So he said, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk, but we'll not promise you. Okay? Now what Robert Tugba said. Now Robert Tugba there. The Sada people. We can't promise you peace. We want to talk about it. It sounds good to talk about it, but we can't promise you. We will not do any other words. That's what the man is saying. I cannot promise you peace, but we will talk about it in the mouth. It will not be actualized. And that's why Green, when he measured the late vice president to him, God said it to him. He came to Philadelphia, stood over the man's body, and he said, this is not time for peace. Okay? So the culture continues. That's saying, Robert Tugba said, we can't promise you peace, Claudio. No, we can't promise you that. But we want to talk about it. Okay? That's Robert Tugba. We are dissecting the convention of Sada, the first convention. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's bring the former chair lady of USAA and now the chair lady for Sada, Mana Joyce Seeyon. Let's bring her. What Mana Joyce Seeyon has for us. Okay? We are dissecting the convention. Let's listen to Mana Joyce Seeyon, no words. You see, when you say somebody is powerful, anytime you have somebody who is your leader or they refer to that person as powerful, and when that person cannot make you powerful, something is wrong. If you are following a leader who you call powerful leader, and you yourself, you're not powerful, because a leader should empower you. They should develop you. They should grow you. The greatest legacy of a leader is empowering other people. It's building other leaders. Okay? So it was, oh, my powerful ladies. Okay. Let's listen to her.
My assistant challenge you all will be coming. And my destiny crew. I will take this time.
Okay? When I call them dancing, right? She said, and my dancing crew. All right? And that's why I say is Sarpo dancers in America. Sarpo Dancer Association in Americas, right? Because she said, my dancing crew is all they do is dance all day.
Thank you to everyone who decided to do this in the community. They are certain people that want to try to make us work for this community.
Okay, so the whole thing is about proving a point. The whole division, Mana Joyce Seeyon and John Bean Green to prove a point that they want to prove a point to the community that they are not small people. They can engage in any confusion and they will be successful. All right. So it's about confusion. We are powerful people. It's not about empowerment of the people, but it's confusion. Now listen to her. When I say this, oh, I don't want to cause a problem. No. Let me bring it back.
There are certain people that want to try to make us run for this community.
Okay, certain people that want to make us to run from this community. Who are those people? I wish Mana Joyce Seeyon would be brave. and say the names of those people. They're trying to make her to run away. Or she and Green Coat Geo to run away from the community. What those? I'm eager to know. You know, what I can say for sure. Dark Sayopode, the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors, I compel them morally to put themselves in a box, to run away from an institution that has law. The key word there is institution. You see, you got the United States, right? And you have these political parties. So they are institutions. That's why when other people come, the other people go. When you go wrong, they punish you. And so the USAA is an institution. When you are the leader, because an institution is not, the survival of an institution is not about individual. It's about the laws that govern. So when you are the head of an institution, you are not above that. You are still under the law. So we use the laws of the institution to make them to run away because they don't want to obey laws. And we cannot damage the institution because of you. No. You get vexed at your business, but we must apply the law. Okay? So our dogs are your put. I made them to run away from the institution of law. Because where there are no laws there, they can do anything. They are above the law. No. And so, yes, man, just should not be afraid to call Dasa Yopude. Yes, I made you guys to run away. And I will make anybody who will damage the community, who will want to circumvent the law, I'll make you to run away. Yes. I will chase you. You will run away. You know, I mean, I'm not taking you from the community, but I'm taking you from the institution because you don't want to obey the law. And so I'm not going to allow you to disobey the law. We are not going to do a physical fight. No, we're going to go through the law and hold you responsible for breaking the law. And so when you run away, it's a victory for me. It's a victory for the people. The institution won. It's not the institution called the United Sarpo Association is not built around individual or individuals. It's built around laws. And that is why President Maya, when she goes against the law, will go after her. Anybody who will come and you think the organization is built on you, you are lying to yourself. Maybe you want to leave and nobody to hold people accountable, different thing. But in as much I am here, when you are in power, you will be held to account for what you do. Just the same way I should also be held accountable for what I do. That's how we build society. We don't build you run away from me because you don't want to abide by the laws. No, I made for sure. I made you to run away from the institution of law. Yes. So you didn't win. It's not a victory for you. You can't count that as a victory. Let me play again. Are you own the community when you run away? You ran. You put yourself in a Minnesota box and you say you didn't. I mean, how can you prove something to me when I still got all the documents of the organization? You were fired as the U.S. chairleader for USAA. You are no longer, and you say you win. How you can win victory? When you maintain your position as chairleader of the U.S., I say, yeah, man, I just won. We'll prove it. I prove it to that. I maintain my position. You run away. And you say you prove it to me. You don't prove nothing to me. All of y'all, you're scared of me. Me, the reason I'm powerful is because the elders, they empower me. And I'm empowering you guys with the knowledge they give me. You know? And that's why I run away for. I'm not doing it to destroy anybody. I'm doing it for you guys to do the right thing. Per the injunction of the elders and the ancestors.
They ask to run our own community. Because we are so opposed. Now what makes our structure be? So all the organizations support everybody from the bottom of my heart. I say thank you so much. Thank you. Let God bless you people. Let's be together. Let's move our community forward.
Okay, they want to move the community forward. But Robert Tugba said we don't want peace. And man, Joyce Seeyon, they will prove it to them that we can divide the community. I'm dissecting Sadaa'S convention, right? Listen.
So much. Money, money.
All right, that's the bottom line. Now I got out to where we are today. Money, oh, money. It's about money. Because when Green saw the money in the account, the body was shaking. The body was shaking. And so, because of the money in the account, they don't want to follow the laws. They don't want to follow the rules. That's why it's like Disney Road. No, it's about money. Let's go to the next question. We are doing Sadaa'S convention here. We are dissecting their first convention. This is their first convention because that's when they acquire their license. If you can't, you get permit, or you even get permit, you start driving, you're not a driver until you get a driver license. So they just got a driver license, in other words. Now that was 8. Let's go to their financial report. Let's go to the financial report.
23-day vacation.
Let's get Sadaa'S financial report.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead. So we have some category of different degree. So every time we come to convention, we have delegates. We have chapters, North Dakota, North Carolina, Iowa, Delaware Valley, Minnesota.
Okay, the man is naming their success of division. Okay, all the places that USAA has chapter, they created chapter there. It's division. Nothing over there that is good. All right, it's about division because that's the agenda. All right, now just told you that we'll prove it to them that we are strong to divide the community.
Again, we have people who are non-chapters, people who live in other states where there are no chapters. So the first category we have here is dedicated by chapters. The state of Minnesota, 69 people attended the convention, being people who pay convention fees.
69.
Usually our convention fee is $100. But we have elders in our community, we will charge them $100.
Okay, so we have they got different standards, right? Usually, they charge $100, but elders they just pay any amount. Okay, is that part of your constitution, or I mean, you can just arbitrarily create something? By virtue of being elder, you shouldn't pay your taxation to the organization in equal proportion. The elders told me that they are the leaders, and so the leaders should take the front seat. And that why in the USA the elders, all the women they pay the money, and that why we went after the guy there, because the woman they can't pay their hard-earned money, and then you want either you alone. And when we talk, then you get people cheap. No, we're not gonna lie. So you're gonna do your I don't know. Some people pay certain amount and certain. Okay, let's listen.
$45 or below $100. So 69 people, we had $6,875.
Okay.
North Dakota, 12 persons attended the convention, who pay convention fee. All pay $100, $1,200. State of Iowa, 10 persons attended, that's $1,000. The state of Delaware Valley, 9 persons. That was actually 8 persons. I just want to make their notification on the swap, $700. So that equivalent to $900. On the swap,
Yeah, Reverend, it was $100.
North Carolina, usually we have this agility. That was $100. I'll come out to you. The other report. Again, one chapter, we have 6 people. That's $600.
Just now, we also received $200 from North Carolina, so that's additional. But I'll put the total. So for delegates, it's 10,675. And then we have gate meeting. People come to the gate to pay $25 whatsoever. We earn $2,130. And then contribution for rally. We bring letter to our members and then all invitees. We have cash 15,957. And then check that we received a total of $8,250. Also, in this country, we talk about our credit history.
Now, so far so good, right? In calling the money they made, right? And you see, I made a show before and I said the Sarpo people do not have fundraising problem, all right? We do not have money raising problem, money generation problem, right? The problem we have is the money eating problem, okay? The corruption problem, that's what we have. And so it is not a surprise. We thought, because these people, they left us, right? So all the strategies, all the methodologies we put in place, all the techniques to raise funds, because we do workshops and those things, how to generate funds, right? So the ideas, they stole the ideas. So when it comes to fundraising, we have no problem in that area. USAA or the Sarpo people as a whole, they are very generous people. Liberian people, they are generous people, they can give. We have no problem of raising funds. The problem we have is how the funds are managed. That's where the problem is. All right. And that's why they ran away. Because I was holding them accountable. The board was holding them accountable for what or how they are using our money. That's the problem we had at the time. Listen.
The 6,000 is for our guest speaker. We paid $5,000. We have not received that check.
Okay. The guest speaker that pledged, but is it at $5,000? They have not received that check. Okay. So you can't include it in the amount. The man has not, you just said the man has not given you the check or the money order or the cash, nothing. All right. But if you notice, he calculated that in their total amount. You can calculate that. Ali put it on the side and say, oh, pledge. But he did not even say that. He tried to rationalize it. Listen to him.
He has a credit with this organization. The credit is at 200.
Okay, so their institution is a credit, the Equifax, the TransUnion, the credit institution. So the guest speaker credit is good with them. And so whatever pledge he gave, he factored that as a catch. All right. The man get 200 credit score. Okay. I thought the man coming to at least 700 or 800. Then it's a good credit score. You can get anything in the United States here with 200 credit score. No, they will not even look at you. So the man said, oh, the guy credit is good with, or you got 200 credit score. And so whatever he said, the 5,000, we'll get it. It's a factor in the amount. Okay, listen.
I'm going to get that money. And then our brother Maki, he also has a credit with this organization. So we added that. So that's 6,000 added.
Okay, so in other words, the guest speaker 5,000 pledge, and then Maki. So since that's 6,000, so I'm assuming Maki gave pledge $1,000 as well. So that 6,000 is not cash, okay? It's a pledge, but he put it in the total amount. Listen.
Our order is for $2,212.
Okay, for the $2,240. Listen to him. Listen.
Also, this convention was an election commission. So for the election commission, we received $500. If you add that, that's $43,912. So like I said, we received $200 from North Carolina. If you add that, it's going to be $44,112. Also, the Geleo office has a sub-financial office in there. But for now, we're only going to address one area, which is the government. She bought 200 issues, 50,
Okay, so he said something over there. The chair lady, her department. So the other one is considered from the people. The department, okay, has several sessions. Okay, and only one session they reported to the people. Okay, when the people will get the full report from the chair lady department. When? Okay, but they reported one aspect of the lesson.
$400. You can add that to, you know, we $54,512. From now, still have all the information that are not included yet. What's in my possession, what am I record for, that's what I'm accounting for. That's $54,512.
Okay, so they said 54,000, right? But you have to subtract $6,000 from that because he, according to himself, the man pledged 5,000, but he said the man get good credit score of 200, and 200 is not a good credit score. All right, so the man said, you know, the man get 5,000. It's not the catch. It's not a check. It's not a money order. It's a pledge. He factored that in their total amount. Okay, and Maki. So the Maki, you know, 1,000, so like $6,000. It's a pledge as well. So if you do the deduction, they did not get 54,000. Okay, a pledge. The men who are giving us the total cash they got, they got it from there. So the 54,000, all you have to do is deduct $6,000 from there. You got the 6,000. 6,000 is not cash. So let's do the deduction. 54,000. $512. $512 minus 6,000. Okay. So in other words, $48,000 they got in cash. Now again, the Sarpo people, they don't have money raising problem. Our people are generous. They can give. They want something to be done for our people in Liberia. So when it comes to contribution, they don't hesitate. They have no issue. It's the way the money is managed that's a problem. They went to Iowa last convention. They said they raised 63,000. After 1 year, nothing in Liberia, nothing in Minnesota, nothing in Philadelphia, nothing in Iowa, nothing. No accomplishment whatsoever. What did you guys do with the money? Okay, the money that he just reported, he did not tell us how much they spent for the entire convention. How much was the budget? We have to take that into, because the 54,000 sold at 58, right? 58,512. So you have to give her how much was the spending. Let know how much you spent for the entire convention. How much you pay for food? How much you pay for drinks? How much you pay for, accommodation and those things, you know? The hall you rented, how much you pay. Let know all that. Then we can make the deduction. These guys, they don't make $20,000. It just, you see, and when you are not honest with the people, then we have problem. I want you to be honest and transparent. You do all the, you don't just throw the figure out there as though we didn't go to school. You have to break it down. Take the pledges from there, put it one side. Take the food money from there, put it one side. Take the whole money there, put it one side. All the spending you did to buy the cow, the gold, the sheep, take all the money for inside. How much was the total budget for the convention? They didn't tell anything, but they just threw numbers out there. And then when people start going, I'm also doing this to protect your legacy, to protect your integrity if you have one, okay? Because the way you throw the number out right now, the people will say, oh, we raised 54,000. And then when you get to anything, you say, what happened? You say, oh, but we don't make a deduction, the pledge did not come in, the other one. You have to be honest with the people. It's not about proving something and telling people, say, oh, we raise money and people jubilate. Tell the people crystal clear, do all the calculations, sit down. How much on hand? How much did you spend? How much the pledges? Do the categorization of everything before you come. So the people don't make any money. But again, our people, they are generous when it comes to raising money. But this is for the 8,000. If you take the expenses for inside, they're around 30,000 or 20,000. That's nothing. Where USAA, the money, that cash you're talking about, the $60,000 to $50,000. Don't watch our convention, they want to be $100,000. All right? I'm exaggerating a little bit, of course. But you know, it's part of when you are making report, when Agnes Blood and making report, they're not going to exaggerate anything just so we can look good. They will be very transparent, and that's what will hold them accountable. They're not honest. They don't tell the truth. Yes. The first 60,000 to the $3,000, you're beating the drum from Iowa. What have you done in Liberia? Oh, anyway, Green said the money stayed in the account. He left $3,000 in the account. So for the whole year, Green did not do anything. He was just sitting there. The money just sitting down in the account. And I didn't think that they want us to believe. Have Green shown me a receipt or financial report and say, oh, they will believe it. But as of now, that is just show. It's a I'm going to say flow show, whatever you can call it, right? The man just showing off, trying to impress the crowd. Now, why are you doing over there? But they're not raise that thing is not money. They didn't raise any money. So we are accepting their convention. They're dancing over there. I said, but this is elementary stuff right here. You are Jupiter, the man telling you, oh, the guest speaker, he gave her 5,000, but the money, he didn't give her the check. But then you factor that in your amount, oh, that the money will get on hand. Listen, he will say that the money on hand right now. You listen to him. He called that money on hand. You listen to him. All right, so because of time factor, that's their financial man at Darius making a financial report, and they just embellished the report. He didn't give her the truth. He didn't give the facts from the fiction. He just put everything together. Because you think the people in there are gullible, so the people can clap that they make plenty of money. Oh, $54,512. No, it's not $54,000. Take the guest speaker 5,000 pledge from there. It's not cash. You are reporting cash on hand. That's what you are doing right now. You say other things are outstanding. That's why you didn't factor those things in. So why you factoring somebody pledge? Why you put McGee pledge there too? When the money lands, when you send me the receipt, I say, okay, now that's true. When you tell me how much you spent for the whole convention, you did not have how much you pay for decoration, how much you pay for the hall, how much you pay for the food, the cow, the goat, all the animals that you kill, how much you, so you put everything together, subtracted from the, because I told Maki and I meant $6,000 from there already. So you left with $48,000. Okay, how much you, after you do all the subtraction, whatever left, hey, now we're talking. But they didn't make anything. That decent people there. For the next 1 year, you will not see anything doing in Sinoe. All right, nothing. Green said, oh, we carry a hospital bed. Not only a watch, not on the bed you're talking about is not in Sada. Okay, it was in USA. Now, all those things, nothing Green accomplished. Okay, now let's go to something else that I want to talk about. We're winding down. We are almost there. We are doing good on time. We want to do it on 3 o'clock. All right. So that's the Sada convention. I mean, of course, the dancing was spectacular. You know, I love my children. They can dance. You know, they can throw jabs. That I know for sure. You know, we prove it to them. They want to prove something to people. You can't prove nothing to your father or to your mother. Nothing. You can't prove. You just 1 year old, and you want to prove something to your parent that you just say you're 30 plus years old. How can you prove something to her? You got nothing to prove. If you have something to prove, let's see something on the ground. Now, what was supposed to see? Then you say you're proving something to me, but the man just read $54,000 pledges. Then you proving something to me. That's not proof. Going over there crying and you say you prove something, and you cry, you're thanking my family for coming to my aid because the people are not coming to put me in jail. Yes, I'm coming to put in jail for doing the wrong thing. I don't put people in jail when they do the right thing. Yes. So that's Sada convention. It was horrible. The dancing was good. The celebration was good. But the results, not good. The money, not good. Because I wanted money so that my children can get scholarship. Like, bro, they will not get a scholarship. Because the first convention, oh, we come in Bill Hall, event center, green posting thing, oh. After that, nothing. He reported to all the same thing he reported in Iowa. Oh, we built, USAA built 3 houses. He came to 2023, he reported the same thing. And nothing different. The same thing over and over. Yeah, the lesson I taught that brother. When you come back on earth, you will not repeat the same mistake. If not blunder. Yes. You will say, that lad, one guy to call Daza, you put it. Who gave me hell? Doing the right thing. Yes. The man gave me hell by holding me accountable. And when the people give it to me on silver platter, I'm not going to scatter it anymore. I will remain, the people will remain intact. I will not leave a legacy or division. And I say, oh, I turn it over to Dave Gully. Continue here. Hopefully they will contradict you. Hopefully Otavian will contradict what you said, what you did. They will abandon that organization because it's not making impact. Or if you call division impact, okay, that's the only impact they have. Yes, the only impact. The 7-year conflict we have, now only Philadelphia, they had different group, but the rest of the organization were together. Nobody was divided in Liberia, but man, it took the crusade from here, they came to Liberia and divided the community. What? You celebrating that as accomplishment? The people give it to you. Everything set up, the food, they give it to you. And you scatter the whole place, you mess it up. You are living, it's a good thing. I thought Green will prioritize unity or saying you need to achieve it. But I'm happy that Green is out. We are making progress. You know, when Liberia had the war, right? When Charles Sadaa'S was in the country, there was no peace. Until George Bush told him to leave. And now Liberia has enjoyed relative peace since Charles Sadaa'S left. So in the USA, we are making progress. One of the confucianists has left power. Because when they are in power, they use their power to fuel conflict. And so since Taylor left, Liberia is relatively quiet. And so USAA, in the Sarpo community in the United States, the tyrant is out. The divider-in-chief is out. I'm happy. Now in Sinoe County we have. When TJ is out, Sinoe County will be great. The family will come together again. And so we have Green you out right now. Now, whether those guys will continue the legacy or not is up to them. But I'm happy that Green is out. It's out. It's out. Otavian is relatively young. Dave Cooley is relatively young. They will do themselves better. They will do their children better. By correcting that blunder that Green made, if they want to perpetuate the bad path, or when they want to follow Robert Tugba, who say, oh, we can't promise you peace. It's up to you. You know, you get your own kinja. Whatever the house you build for yourself, the way you live, you know. And so hopefully they will contradict Green record. They will not be puppet to the chair lady. All right, they were not, because it was the chair lady that was pulling Green around. I say, Green say, you are in authority and you're scared for the woman not to move from behind you. So whatever she says, you go away. I say, man, scary. Man, that's how you put it. Now, when you can't scare, I can listen to my woman. I can listen to ladies. But you must make sense. Your argument should be convincing, with logic, with evidence, with truth. The same thing on my side. Now everything I say you should buy. No. Also listen to me. If my argument doesn't make sense, bro, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't mean I'm not making, but the argument, what the person is saying, some people get offended and say your argument. Yeah, the argument doesn't make sense. That it's nonsense. You know, nothing wrong with that. It's not insult. What you are saying doesn't make sense, because logic is a law. When you're out of the bracket of logic, it doesn't make sense. Just the same way grammar, when you say you is, you are violating a grammatical rule. That it doesn't make sense grammatically. And so it's the same thing in logic. So when you're making an argument, and that's why logic is a discipline in philosophy that you have to study. It's part of philosophy. Well, philosophy got branches. You got ethics, you got logic, you got epistemology, you got metaphysics. You can go on because different areas of discipline that you can study. So logic, I like John Locke's definition. Logic is the anatomy of human thinking. It's the structure. You know, when you're doing anatomy and physiology, you study the way the body connected and how the blood runs in the system. When the vena in the reptile, you start hurting. It's the same way with logic. So when your argument does not follow the logical format, we call it invalid argument, or it's illogical, depending on the nature of the argument, right? So argument can be invalid, it can be valid, it can be cogent and not cogent, and a different thing. It's the same thing. So Sada, they just disappointed me. They just danced for a whole year and no him out in Liberia. But they said in the interest of the people. Let's listen to the secretary, their resolution. And I mean, it was I thought I could have heard something better. But the resolution is the more lamentable thing ever. It's melancholic when I listen to it. It's very sad when I heard that from them. So I said, but why do people let their homes all over the place? Because they could just say where they are and just say, oh, the 3 things and what we want. But they went there and they said they deliberated for 3 days and the only thing they could come up with, I don't know, something is wrong. For 3 days. And these are the 3 things they put. One day, I think one day they discussed the one. The other day they scored one thing they know. And that's something that is that my 6-year-old daughter can take care of, or my 12-year-old daughter can do, or my 5-year. They can do that. Sitting right in and they come out with the 3 things. A whole group of people came together. Only the 3 things they could get. Yeah, listen to the resolution. I said, wow, Sarah finished. Yeah, listen to Sarah. The secretary always says, I mean, put the secretary, Mr. Suwa, their resolution. For 3 days, that the only thing they could come up with. Let's listen to him. Let's listen to the resolution from Sadaa'S convention.
It's a tradition of Sadaa'S that at the end of the 3-day session, we give our resolution.
Okay? It's a tradition at the end of the convention, they give resolutions. Let's listen to them.
Means that what we decided at the convention is what we want to hear today. It will be the shortest.
What they decided for 3 days, and he said it would be the shortest. Let me bring it back so you can hear that for himself.
We want to hear today. It will be the shortest resolution we ever had.
Okay, the shortest. The 20 they have from the prior convention, nothing was implemented. None whatsoever. Number one, they put there, they should seek peace. And right now, the cheerleaders say, we prove unto them that we are strong. Green Court just say, I hand the baton to Dave Fully. All right. So the first convention resolution, nothing was implemented. Right now, they come out with the shortest. Maybe they want to show us so they were completed. Yeah, easy. Listen.
Sarpo development in America, Sadaa'S 2023 National Convention Resolution, adopted in the state of Minnesota, Friday, July 21st, 2023. The Sarpo Development Association in America, Sadaa'S doing its second national convention in the state of Minnesota.
No, this is not second, it's the first. Because the first one, you were not licensed. You never have permit in the first place. So it was not the first convention. It was not, this one is the first. You know, it can be the first. You don't have license and you say you're a driver. No, you're not a driver until you get your license. You just got your document from, I mean, if Evangelist James Carter is telling the truth now, even though I question you guys, the ability to be honest. But I don't think you just come public to read that if you don't have that. So I assume I gave you some little element of truism in there, you know, because they always want to prove something, right? That, you know, they're strong. They want to prove something to us. Oh, they will register now. Okay, good. So since we got that news, this is the first convention. It's not the second.
Deliberated and adopted the following resolutions.
They deliberated for 3 days. They were deliberating. They were discussing about the 3 things. The easier thing ever. For 3 days, the people were discussing the 3 resolutions. They got up from all over the state. They bought plane tickets. They pay for hotel and different things just to go for the 3 things. And they come call for their secretary. The 3 things that when they left, they went over there, pay all that money. Yeah, listen.
Concurrence of the board of directors, the national executive office.
And the boy agreed with this in there. For 3 days, they just talking. 24 hours, they just talking about the 3 things. Listen.
Chapter presidents and register members. Number 1, that any chapter hosting the scale national convention will be given the amount of $7,000 as a subsidy to honor right of all participants.
Yeah, so day number 1, they discuss this thing all day to give a chapter $7,000 when they hosting convention. Every chapter, that thing will just put on the floor. How much we should give for chapter? Somebody will raise it and say 10,000, whatever. You put a no, your vote on it. It finished, right? But for one day, they put discuss this thing here. How much you get? Then the other person say 45,000. No, the other person say no. We have money. We got a money making machine. Let me get 70,000, 80. No, the other person say no. Let me get. I mean, they went on all day just to give a chapter $7,000 for convention to host convention. The first resolution they get from there. All right, now what they got? Now what they discuss? Let's listen to the second one.
Number one. Number two. That the annual registration fees of $100 for members of Sadaa'S remain unchanged.
Okay. It was $100 before. But that one thing, they said, should we change it or it should remain the same? They put discuss it for another one day. They discuss it at one day. Damn it. So they discuss it. Should we remain with the $100 or we should change it? That your vote, it'll be done with it. Will be less than 2 minutes, you'll be done with that thing. But they discussed it out for 3 days. They wanted the resolutions they got from there. So they say, okay, let us remain with $100. The same thing our parents are doing. They keep that, you know. We can't go away from our parents. Let just remain with our culture. We'll go back home Sunday, so we can't overpay. All right. So let just remain with $100.
Number three,
fun on it, right? Fun on it. The last thing they come and say now.
That the third national convention of Sadaa'S will be hosted.
No, the second national convention is not there. Now this is the first because you just got your document. So the next one will be the second convention. I here to be honest with you guys. That's what we'll do.
Sadaa'S will be hosted at North Dakota chapter in Fargo, North Dakota.
All right. So the third one, the next convention should go to Fargo. They discuss that again for 1 day. Wow. So for that whole 3 days, there are only 3 things they got from there. Now, here is it. These people say they care for you, the people back home. But for 3 days, there is nothing in their 3 resolutions that has to do with you. All right? Nothing. They say, number one, they should pay $100. I'm not saying it the way order in which he said it, right? Number 2, they should go to North Dakota for a convention. Number 3, $7,000 when they're hosting convention, the chapter are hosting. Okay? Nothing in it that says that what should we do for our people in Liberia? Or better yet, what should we do for our elders, the people that you're talking about in the USA? You said the elders, then they're not making money, so you charge them less. Okay, what is the program? What did you guys discuss about the elders? What did he discuss about students in Liberia? What did he discuss about medical issues in Liberia? You say for the Sarpo development, right? What programs did you get from the convention that would develop the Sarpo community in and out of Liberia? Nothing whatsoever. But they say for Sarpo development, a development organization gathered and not a single resolution for development. Wow. And when I thought you said, oh, the man that flower Bennett, I'm not making flower. I'm just trying to make my children to think better. You can't go for a convention for 3 days, you play the drum, you dance all day, and we need to come from there and say, okay, each chapter of the hosting convention, $7,000. If membership contribution should be $100. What the other one? Somebody help me. It should be $100. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember the other one. My mouth freeze because this doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. For 3 days? For 3 days discussing this.
Deliberated and adopted the following resolutions in concurrence with the board of directors, the national executive officer, chapter presidents, and registered members. Number 1, that any chapter hosting the scheduled national convention will be given the amount of $7,000 as a subsidy for common right of all expenses. Number 1. Okay. Number 2, that the annual registration fees of $100 for members of Sadaa'S remain unchanged. Number 3, that the 10th national convention of Sadaa'S will be hosted at North Dakota chapter in Fargo, North Dakota. This document was prepared by the 2023 National Convention Secretariat. Number 1, Andrew B. Stewart, Chairman, Minnesota, Oklahoma 7.
And Mr. Stewart put a signature to that thing. And that's an accomplishment? Oh, get chapter $7,000. $100 for membership fee, and next convention to go to North Dakota. The resolution there. Wow.
Member of Iowa chapter. Number 3, Santo Sandra, member of North Dakota chapter. Katrina Carter representing Pennsylvania. And she
look at my daughter Katrina. Smart get that. She put her signature to the thing. She's a health coordinator. And Katrina did not say, let's get healthcare services to our people over there. And Katrina said, hey, $100 for convention fee. $7,000 for us to kill cow for convention. And the next convention should go to North Dakota. I will call and come from here. Why she put her signature on the thing? Why? Why my daughter, clever daughter Katrina, will put her signature on the thing? That has nothing, it has nothing for our people back home in Liberia. Nothing. Nothing to give a bottle of milk to a child over there. A bottle of Tylenol to our elders back home. No, nothing in it. Nothing. It's not about our people. This is not Sarpo Development Association. I told you it's Sarpo Dancers Association in the Americas. They're generating the money so they can dance. That's it. Nothing. Where you will get a thing now, our people for the whole year, I mean, they're coming, and the 3 things they will be working on. Resolution means that the thing that you will do. So no program in here for our people in Liberia. Nothing for our people in Sinoe County. All right? So the last thing I will talk about, just a little bit of the speech. Again, we're doing Sada, we are dissecting their convention. All right? Not last, 2 things left, okay? So we'll do their guest speaker a little bit. There's a reason why I want it. It's not, I mean, the guest speaker speech, I mean, they should just hire a pastor to go preach. Because my beginning was just reading about biblical verses. All right, now what my beginning Randy was doing. But anyway, he did best. You know, in the beginning, I used to listen it. The beginning was just going to call a big brother. And you know, I was helping out. But you know, let the beginning did best. So that's what he could do. Okay, because Green call the beginning for the mob and the beginning a little African shop. Green was okay, everybody for the beginning, yeah, I was very guest speaker. So the beginning see it. But African store, I try to settle that thing. I will give you pledge, man. 5,000 pledge. Tell me what, 5,000 for my business shit, brother. So the beginning say, you know what? After speaking, he said, I give you 5,000. Okay, let's listen to the guest speaker. We are doing good on time. We'll be out of here in time. All right. So I'm gonna begin Randy his speech.
I want to take my kids to accompany me into this interview.
All right. I'll begin saying, tell your children that accompany me to the program. Okay, number 1. And you love them. I love my children too. I love your children too. I love you too, brother.
First person ground today, I would like to thank the G. Kolo Saywon. One executive officer, the board of directors, members of the Sarpo for this opportunity to speak to you this evening.
Okay, again, appreciate it for inviting him. Okay, perfect. That's good so far. So basically, at the beginning, he said, you know what? I got to get Green a little bit of historical lesson about the United Sarpo Association. Okay, remember you were invited to Sadaa'S convention, right? Sarpo Development Association in Americas, or if you like, Sarpo Dancers Association in the Americas. At the convention you went to, right, as a guest speaker. So listen to Randy, the whole speech from start to end. He's saying United Sarpo Association, and he's saying he's giving lecture, he's giving Green historical lecture. All right, it was a lecture he was giving me history, the United Sarpo Association history that what Randy was giving them. Okay, he said United Sarpo Association in Americas. Then he said SADA. That's not the acronym for that organization. It's USAA. So when he said United Sarpo Association in America, then he put SADA there. No, the US. So it was a USAA lecture. You were giving the history lecture. Randy was giving Green Coat Jr. and followers.
refer to 6 sections of the Sarpo tribe. Unit, the one.
No, Sada is not comprised of 6, but again, you're doing Sarpo Association. All right. The Sada is Kabade. Okay. With little, trappings here and there of the other people. I mean, what? To name your own section of you have to clap for that one. Why you have to clap for naming your various sections? Okay, I'll go ahead. Okay, United Support Association in Americas. You said that, right? Okay. Now, Sada was not founded in 1991. Okay. Now listen. The reason why Ronnie is doing this, right? He listened to Green's speech, and Green put down his father, where his father did. So the begin strategically came and said, no, my father did something. All right. So he said, let me give you the history of the Sarpo Association in the Americas that you broke apart. My father was one of the founding members of the organization. And so saying you put them down, he said, for 30 years, they did nothing. Let me give you some historical lesson, what my father did. What running did good. He strategically lectured the man.
The Sarpo DIASPORA decided that there was a need to assist our people by home. After the inspection of the local United Sarpo Association or the Sadaa'S.
Okay, United Sarpo Association, Sada. No, it's not Sada. It's USAA. Now, making mistake on that one. You got the United Sarpo Association is Sada. Listen. My father, Michael G. Kidder Pine, right? Listen to him. Okay, he took the reign 93 to 1998. He came and tell Green what his father did that Green dismissed and said for 30 years there was nothing. I came before I shine light. Okay, so Green was just begin right there. He invited him to be the guest speaker, and you put him down what his father did. Listen. No, your father was not a leader for Sada, for USA. But again, it was an error on a power that one. Okay, because there was no Sada in Washington, D.C. Okay. Okay, the reason a father could memorize the members' numbers at the time, because the membership is not as large as it is right now. There were just a few persons, so he could remember all of them at the time. And I don't know about then they had cell phone, so you are forced to memorize stuff. Okay, so that's something a father did that Green dismissed. They got a number to establish your organization to get people contacts in the United States to be in communication. Okay, that's something his father did, but Green dismissed that because it was the genesis of the organization. He said, father, when you used to stay all night, up to 3 o'clock, people will call you, would take the people call just to be in contact. 3 o'clock, Green called you, go and say, after certain time, I not call my phone. I will not be, I got to cater to my family. But the young man said, my father used to be awake. Okay? He used to be awake up to 3. When you call him, you'll pick up the phone. He would not tell people, say, after certain time, don't call me. I love my family. I got to be with my family, like Green would say. Okay, so they used to call international call, people calling the phone bill associated with that. The papa used to pay that because he wanted to keep the people together. And Green broke it apart. So they begin giving the history of what the USAA did.
He created a beautiful for his people. In its inception, the United Trump Association in America,
okay, in the beginning, inception,
was instrumental in providing rights of some people to the Second Providence Baptist Church.
Okay, they were helping through the Second Providence Baptist Church. Means they did nothing. USA did nothing. So they begin to say, I disagree. Through the Second Providence Baptist Church, the United Sarpo Association was giving aid to our people.
United Sarpo Association in America, or Sadaa'S, was involved in assisting our people during April 6, 1916 war crisis.
Good. See it? Green said they did nothing. Marco Pioneer did nothing. So they begin to say, no, I can't be here and you ruin my father's legacy. The great job he did. Okay. So they begin with lecturing Green.
There is a connection and sense of duty of great men like my father.
Great men like my father. Okay. You know, that's Green Coach Geleo.
And those of you gathered here today that has helped this organization grow and continue to be a service to our people.
So my Peking, unfortunately, it's a good speech. There's a good rebuttal to Green Coach Geleo. But the unfortunate thing is the man spoiled your father's legacy. He divided what your father established. They help our people back home. And Green went before you, and I mean, but you did great. You did not relent to lecture him what your father did. That's a great thing that you did right there. I really appreciate you for giving that rebuttal. You just lecturing on the history of the USA, just the same way the chapter, let you say, inaugurals up the high here for Philadelphia. The lady, a great lady, went there, lectured there on leadership. You know, so that's the same thing. The beginning day, he said, "Let me give you some historical lecture of USA, what the people did. Now you are dismissing, okay? Now that is Sadaa'S for you. You know, I needed to have done that to give you history of the people. I mean, the people will run around. This is some kind of big flag platform, and so when the people go over there, run propaganda and tell lies and deceit and all the different things, I have an obligation to give you guys the truth. All right, we listen to them and we put things in context. We explain those things to you. Okay. Now the final thing I want to do here, I got two things I will just talk about. Two politicians in Sinoe County. Something brief, and I'll be out of here. All right, something brief, and I'll be out of here. So first, we'll listen to an audio from Reverend Kolo. He's one of the guys that contested in Sinoe County. Reverend Kolo recently had an interview, and he expressed his priority. Okay, he told the general his priority, the priority for which he is running for office. Okay, so we'll listen to Kolo, his priority, and then we'll go to the next one. While Kolo is running as a representative, he is about to tell us why he's running as representative. Not me, from the man himself. I listen to them. They will tell you what they are running for office. They're running for office for his priority. When you say your priority, that what you want to do, that what you prioritize, that why your mind is on, that why you are running, that what you are doing, whatever you are doing for. Let's listen to Reverend Kolo.
Priority is to unify the caucus. Okay. And make sure, because once we are not together, trust me, all of these things will not happen. And that should be the first thing. Let us together. Let us see the family and there for the people. One of my priority is to unify the caucus. Okay. And make sure, because once we are not together, trust me, one of my priority is to unify the caucus. One of my priority is to unify the caucus. Okay. Is to unify the caucus. One of my priority is to unify the caucus. One of my priority is to unify the caucus. Okay. And make sure that one of my priority is to unify the caucus. Okay. And make sure, because one of my priority is to unify the caucus.
Okay, so I'll play that over so you can hear it. His priority is to unify the caucus. Okay, the Sinoe Legislative Caucus, that's the priority of Reverend Kolo. His priority is not to create economic means for the people. It's not to create the means for the people to have access to health care, for the people to have access to jobs, for the roads to be built, and those things that we need in the county. Kolo said his goal, his priority is to unify the Sinoe Legislative caucus. Now, is the caucus divided? No, the caucus is not divided. The man, you see, the caucus has 5 members, right? You got 2 senators, 3 representatives. Okay, only one man has problem. The 4 or the 5 are working together, or the 5, yeah. So 4 are still working together. The man he supports, Milton Tiaje, is the one that is fussing with practically everybody. Okay, he's the one that making plan with everybody basically. But he said the caucus is divided. No, the caucus is not divided. The caucus is not divided. It's Milton Tiaje that has issue. I mean, how is it one man has problem with practically everybody? No, there is no disunity in the caucus. And so in the first place, Tiaje is leaving. So when Tiaje leaves, there will be no problem in the caucus. So then Kolo will have nothing because his priority is to unify the caucus. And the problem in the caucus, we are about to remove the problem, or in the county as a whole. And so we have to remove Kolo and Tiaje, because he's supporting Tiaje. They love confusion. All right. That's why he beyond Tiaje 24/7. But he said the problem is priority is to unify the caucus. And the caucus has no confusion. And the people of Sinoe County, they have decided to politically eliminate Tiaje. Okay? Democratically getting out of the Senate. Okay, so then the priority for Kolo is gone already. He has nothing, he brings nothing to us. Priority? Your priority is to unify caucus? Is that why you're going there for? Okay, then why you can go to the caucus so they can, the 5 men can vote for you? Why are you coming to the people when your priority is the caucus? It's not the people. All right. So the men, they don't mean well for our people. They go to the caucus. If the caucus is not united, you can still do something for your people. Your focus should be the people, the improvement of the condition of the people, the poor people in the county, and not to focus on people that are doing well. So that Kolo right there for you. The last one that I want to talk about before I let you go for the day is this audio right here. This audio is from one of the contestants as well, Manakalo Shibwe. She's running. And recently on the Sada convention, that's why she made a statement. Okay, so we must play it for you. Now listen to Manakalo Shibwe. Okay, so Manakalo Shibwe define who she is. She's a politician, and so wherever she goes, she should define who she is. Okay, so she's about to define who she is to us. I am a politician, and so wherever I go, I should define who I am. Okay, and politicians, not all of them, but a lot of them, they divide people. Okay, it's about division and polarization, and that's exactly what she's about to do here. Okay, because the funds, I don't know why they find pleasure in dividing people.
Yeah, we put an organization together. In the world side, I'm a politician, so when I go out, I will tell people who am I. My name is Manakalo Shibwe. I'm running District 3, Wasam District.
Okay, so she's running District number 3, Sinoe County. By the way, how people become honorable in Liberia? When you're running for office, then you become honorable, or when you gain office, once they elect you, you're honorable. I thought honorable is based on what you do, the way you carry yourself, your conduct, your ability to your principles, what you stand for. But for some reason, once people are running for office or they are in office in Liberia, then they're honorable. Okay.
So the organization, hello. The organization for Southeast Women is to empower our women. If you look in the whole of Southeast, they represented the senators, there's no woman there. From Sinoe County to Bahamas. There's no woman there.
I mean, she has a point on that. And myself, I have serious issue with that. You know, predominantly it's all men. Okay, that I agree. I got a lot of my children. Children, they are all girls. I want them to be empowered too. But when you're doing it, you don't do it to create division. It's democracy, a pure make sell an agenda, sell some argument to the people, sell some ideas, sell your platform to the people. But you can't say, oh, we established the organization, you got a right to do it, fine. But what are you coming for? Let's listen to Manakala, but this is alarming. Listen to her.
The organization called Southeastern Female Organization.
Southeastern Female Organization. That's the organization that established. And she's the spokesperson. She will tell you, listen.
You don't have to be aspiring. We know what we will bring tomorrow. We want everybody to be part of it. We need your support, and you guys have to support the organization.
See, when people, before you join an organization, you must tell the agenda. What's the goal of that organization? Okay, so you say, okay, maybe the Southeastern women to put themselves together to get women to be in power. Okay, so on that basis, she campaigned to females. She wasn't referring to the men. It was directly at the females. She was talking to the ladies. The men, they were marginalized. It's division already, okay, based on gender.
I
won't bring that back so you can hear it.
Our men been dragging us on the ground for now. It's time that we put them down to get on top of them too. Hello?
Okay. So Manakala Sheba, who was running for the votes of the people, she said the men have been dragging them. They have been dragging women in the country. To understand, she is right. Okay. She's right on that. The women have been suppressed in the country. They have been marginalized. And I agree with that point. But you can't say you are coming to suppress men too. Okay? No. What are you doing? Tit for tat? You are coming to revenge? And you want people so you want the men to vote for you? When you are coming to sit on them? Listen to her. Listen.
For now, it's time that we put them down to get on top of them too.
Okay? They want to, Kalo Sheba is coming to get on top of the men too. They've been dragging. I deplore the fact that the men are dragging the women. But you are coming, you're running for office, but you are saying you want to revenge. You want to sit on the men and sit on top of them too. Okay? That's what. So right now, Manakala Sheba wants me to campaign for her, or she wants men to campaign for her. When she is selling them, she's coming to sit down on them too. Okay? So all the men that campaigning for Manakala, all right, when you elect her, she's telling you exactly what she's coming to do. She is coming to sit on you as well because you drag them. So they're going to sit on you. In other words, it's a metaphor for suppression. She's coming to suppress the men. That's what she's coming for. She's not coming to seek anybody. If a boy child over there is poor, she is not coming because the men suppress the women. All right? That's what Kalasheba is telling you.
Hello? So let me tell you, tonight, I'm asking all of you to join the organization. I'm the speaker for the organization in Liberia.
Okay, she's the spokesperson. That's the ideology of this organization. To put the Southeastern women together so that a woman will go in the Capitol building so they can sit on the men too, so they can suppress the men. Because the men suppress them, or the men are suppressing them, so they have to revenge. That's what the organization is for. And this woman is the spokesperson for them, Manakala Shebe. She's the spokesperson for the organization, the Southeastern women.
Now we are not aspiring again, we are candidates.
Okay, she's the candidate.
The organization is not just limited. All the Southeastern women. From Sinoe, all the way to Cape Farmers. Thank you very much.
I won't play that video without interruption so you can listen in full.
In Liberia, we put an organization together. In the real side, I'm a politician. So when I go, I will tell people who am I.
A politician.
So the organization, hello? The organization for Southeastern women is to empower our women. If you look in the whole of Southeast, they represented the senators, there's no woman there. From Sinoe County to Cape Farmers. There's no woman there. So we had an organization called Southeastern Female Organization. You know how to be aspiring. Who know what people bring tomorrow? We want everybody to be part of it. We need your support, and you guys have to support the organization. Our men been dragging us on the ground for long. It's time that we put them down to get on top of them too. Hello? So let me tell you, tonight, I'm asking all of you to join the organization. I'm the speaker for the organization in Liberia, and more other women they are expiring. Now we are not expiring again, we are killing this. So for the organization is not just limited. It's for all the Southeast women. From Sano, Nigeria, all the way to Cape Mountains. Thank you very much.
All right. So Malakala Shebe, when you vote for her, well, if you're a man, you are voting for your own suppression. That being said, we are out for the day. I want to say thank you so much for joining Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. We'll see you next Monday right here, or Monday. We have something major to do. We might not come on, but we'll talk to you pretty soon. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on the platform. Have a nice day.